Man, speaking of lucky breaks, I had this thought, just random thought quick. I had this thought last night. I was like, our sport has somehow survived this, but the sport of disc golf is going to be in really big trouble when some guy has a putt to win a major, like a US or Worlds, puts it dead center, and it spits straight through the basket, and then he loses. Like, how bad is that going to look on disc golf?
I mean, I don't think it'll look bad at all.
All right. For all these people that are new to our sport and watch some guy throw a putt that I'm talking like this putt is like in the basket and just spits through the basket.
But that's just the randomness. Like that in golf, how bad would it look if someone hit a putt?
That doesn't happen in golf.
Rimmed out.
That's a bad putt. If somebody hits a putt in golf dead center at the right speed, it does not jump in and out of the cup. If somebody shoots a shot in basketball and it's perfect, it does not. It's a unique thing to disc golf.
Okay, if it was actually a perfect putt, it would have stayed in. Because if it came in and was able to spit through, it had too much speed.
But there's a putt. It's tough. It's a lot harder to decide what is a perfect putt in disc golf.
I know, but I'm saying
I've seen some that look perfect that go out of the basket.
Look perfect. I'll agree with that. Look perfect, sure, but it wasn't because it went through the basket.
I just had this thought. If
it's the perfect speed, it's never spitting through.
I'm just saying it's going to be a really tough look when somebody has a putt to win. It's like a 25, 30-footer. They make this putt, and it goes straight through the basket, and then they lose the world championships or something, and they should have won.
I mean, that's like saying in basketball it's going to be a really bad. Not. Yes, it is. In basketball, when it's a real, you don't even know what I'm about to say. And you're saying,
do.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say. No, I want to hear what you think I'm about to say.
Are you going to say somebody shoots a shot and it rims out?
No.
What are you going to say then?
Okay, thank you.
Finish your point.
It's going to be a really bad look in basketball when someone goes up and the ref calls a foul or doesn't call a foul.
No, that's different though.
But it's the same type of thing.
That's different.
It's awful. It's awful look that this is officiated by a person. Like,
no,
you can say that about so much stuff.
It's
a really bad look in tennis when someone hits a perfect shot and somehow it lands on the line.
What? The line is safe in tennis. Also, in tennis, they can challenge and they have exact technology to serve the ball.
All I'm saying is a perfect putt in disc golf does go in.
I don't know.
Period.
I don't know about that.
How?
Because I've seen some really good ones spit through the basket.
Exactly what I just said. You've seen some really good ones.
What is a perfect putt in disc golf?
The perfect speed, height, and everything will go in the basket.
What is that though?
Because technically,
what is the?
I mean, there's no real. It changes basket to basket.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm just saying it's gonna happen one of these days.
And I don't think it's gonna be a bad look. I think it's gonna be a good storyline. Everyone's gonna talk about.
Everybody's gonna be furious. I mean, I would be furious. Imagine how awful that'd be.
I don't see that as a problem.
Imagine we're on ESPN. Imagine if we get on ESPN like a Worlds. All these players have never seen disc golf. They're like, "This is great," and then some guy makes a putt and it spits to the basket, and they're like, "That's the dumbest thing ever." Like he made that putt.
No, I mean.
I think that's more
that
troublesome.
Happens in every single sport.
Connor, do you agree? Like that could be a troublesome situation for the sport.
What do you really think? People
Feldberg used to talk about that a lot. Like that, people get frustrated because
Feldberg also. I mean, we can go into so many things.
Are you gonna
Feldberg
roast
talks
Feldberg,
about.
dude?
No, I'm just saying.
I think that it's frustrating, but I don't see people seeing it on ESPN or something and it like discrediting the sport.
Yeah, it would be just like in basketball. I'd have the same feeling towards it as in basketball if Duke went to hit a game winner and it bounced off the rim and then rolled off. Or in football, if a field goal bounced off the top of the field goal and bounced straight back out. Like it's,
what
a
miss.
bad break.
That's a miss. That's like hitting the right side of the chains. I'm talking about it goes in. That's like the basketball going in the basket and then popping out.
So you're saying, are you saying it hits the chains and goes through? Or are you saying it gets all the way into the basket and
I have seen putts.
out?
I have seen putts hit dead center and just sometimes they just go in the right spacing of the chains to where they hit the pole at a deep, like a fine speed, not a bad speed, and they just pop right straight back out at you. I've seen putts hit.
See, that would be too slow of a putt to be a perfect putt.
I mean,
the whole issue is you said perfect.
All right, I'll get off this topic. I just had the thought last night, and I was like, I think it's crazy that somehow in this sport we have avoided that situation to this point.
All I'm saying is a perfect putt wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but how would you fix that? How would you fix that?
I don't know. I don't think there is a way.
Because that's the same thing in golf. If someone hit a ball too hard and it was going dead center into the cup, it could bounce back out.
I feel like the only way you could fix that is just by making it like a rule that has to be consistent baskets.
But
like,
even then, it's still going to happen. The only basket it wouldn't happen on would be a mock X, but then you're going to go into a much more criminal side.
It's still going to happen, but at least from course to course, you can learn the baskets and you know what a perfect putt is for that basket.
The Pro Tour should have a standard basket.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think for me, it's mostly like I'm just going to be really heartbroken when somebody I really cheer for has that happen to them, and I'm like, that's just like.
Unlucky.
That's awful.
Yeah, I would be heartbroken too.
That would be awful.
But I don't think it'd be awful.
Imagine
for the
you're the
sport
guy.
of disc
Well,
golf.
imagine
We're on ESPN in your scenario. That's amazing for the sport of disc golf.
I
Everyone's talking about this dude just had a chain spit
I don't know.
through
I'd be pretty
for a
bummed
world
out. I'd be pretty
championship.
bummed out if we were on ESPN or SportsCenter or whatever, and that's the first thing that happened is like some guy made a putt for the world championship, but it spit
I don't
straight
think
through the
that's
basket.
nearly as big of a deal as you think it is.
I don't know, man. We'll see, I guess.
I mean,
it's going to
I
happen
think
eventually.
The worst,
Imagine winning like that. Like, I'd feel awful. I'd feel sick to my stomach.
Sure.
I'd be like,
It'd be
I
so
won,
unlucky.
but I didn't deserve it.
But you can also, that's like in basketball when you're like,
You keep going back to basketball.
Because that's the sport
that's
I
like
know.
comparing
That's the sport
apples
I know.
to grenades.
I can't compare golf because I've never played golf. So I have to go to basketball because that's what I know. But in basketball, it'd be like...
It's not helping you.
It does, because in basketball, it's the same thing in all sports with this. I'm not comparing rules to rules. When people say the ref lost us the game, right? And you're like, well...
There's no refs in disc golf, though.
Can you let me use my analogy?
But you can't make that analogy.
It's not a direct analogy. Let me finish, and then it'll make sense. Jeez. The ref be like, the ref lost us the game. And then every time the coach is like, well, yeah, but if we would have just made our free throws, we would have done this. So you can't say that one putt on 18 lost me the match or the whole tournament, because it's like, well, yeah, but if I would have hit this putt back here, if I wouldn't have messed up here, you can point at 10 different things that would have had you win. It's not just this one putt. It didn't all come to one moment.
That's valid, but...
Thank you.
But
Wait, let me stop you 10 times, then you make your point. I'm like, oh, that makes sense, actually. Wow. Look at there.
I mean, you're still comparing basketball to golf.
Because I just understand the rules of basketball. I don't understand the rules of golf.
I feel like in that scenario, like when have we ever seen an NBA championship game come down to a final shot and there's a foul call and then the guy goes to the line and shoots the winning free throws? That's never happened, ever.
Maybe not first off, it's because the championship is decided by 7 games.
Okay, so game 7.
But a national
or a deciding game.
A national championship, I mean, lots of weird stuff like that's happened in college. And you can also look at Kawhi Leonard when he hit the shot for Toronto, that it bounced straight up and down on the rim. In that moment, it's which way is it going to fall? That could have easily just fallen out. That's really unfortunate. It fell in. It's unfortunate for the other team.
I mean, if you go by physics, though, that shot was never going to miss.
If you go by physics, a perfect putt is never going to miss. I mean,
I don't know, dude. I still think that.
I don't think it's a big deal.
I think it is. I don't know. People in the comments decide 400 kills me in cold blood.
Well, I would just like to be able to get my thought out before you just
I just don't like you comparing basketball to disc golf.
He wasn't comparing the rules. He was comparing the situation.
I know, but I don't think the situations work either because there's no refs.
Yes, you literally said I'm not comparing refs. When did I say there was refs in disc golf? Never.
You used the foul argument, though.
Because I'm saying people will say, like, that decided the game.
That's a subjective call by a person on the outside, whereas a putt is something like it's objective.
We'll use basketball still. A free throw that rims out and we lose the game by 1.
It's not a perfect free throw, though.
It's not a perfect putt because it fell out. Oh my gosh.
I disagree with that.
There's a perfect putt for the basket will not fall out. Period.
I don't know, dude. I've seen too much. I've seen too many good putts.
You have not once rebutted it by saying I've seen too many
perfect putts not go in the basket.
Well,
I'll say
that's where you're lying. And you know that. That's why I keep saying good.
No, I don't think so.
You've never seen a perfect putt go out of the basket.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. Maybe there's no such thing as a perfect putt.
There is for each basket. There's a specific hit box and speed that if it hits at that, it's not going to fall out.
I'll tell you one thing. There's no reach back. I'll tell you that.